We're exactly halfway through 2021, so I thought it would be a good time to look back and see what's brought me joy this year. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mehek and today's video is going to be all about some of my favorite things about 2021. I know the past 2 years have been quite difficult for all of us, and this is my way of finding some positivity in whatever's been going down in the world. I didn't want to make this a very materialistic, product-oriented video, so I'm going to be including more of the things that I consider to be non-materialistic. And without any further ado, let's get started. The first thing I want to mention is, of course, my favorite book. I made a video earlier about some of the books I've been reading this year, and you can check it out at the link below. After making that video, I've read a few more books, and among them I found one which I really loved. It's called The Midnight Library and it's by Matt Haig. This book was in fact the Goodreads Best Fiction of the Year in 2020, and so it was really nice to finally read it. It's quite a thought-provoking read which is all about our unlived lives. What that means is that most of us, or all of us in fact, go through life always wondering about the things that we regret, and we look back on decisions that we were faced with and think that what would happen if we had made another choice at that given moment. So for instance, you might think like if you pursued something else at college, if you decided to go live in a different place, how would life have turned out? And this book kind of explores that question. So it follows the protagonist on a journey of kind of getting to live the different lives that she could have had and figuring out which one she would have liked the best. So it's basically a book that'll make you think about regrets and about living life to the fullest. And I recommend it to everyone to check it out. It's lighthearted, it's heartwarming, and it's just such a beautiful read. Second, let me talk about my favorite movie. I haven't been watching a lot of movies lately, but recently I saw Nomadland, which I guess has been nominated for a few Oscars. It's quite a slow movie, but I really enjoyed it because I've been really interested in RV life and van life for a long time. It's actually my guilty pleasure to watch YouTube videos about van life and people living in RVs in the US and Canada. So this movie kind of explores that kind of lifestyle in detail, and it looks at how retired people especially are taking to the open road and exploring the world. So Nomadland is beautifully shot and I really love the cinematography. It's got some gorgeous landscapes and open spaces, and it really makes you think about life and travel and all the places that you want to go. So I heartily recommend it. I will say though that it is quite slow, so it's not for everyone, much like any kind of Oscar nominated movie, but I really liked it. It was a good change from mainstream kind of movies which are full of action and a lot of things happening all at once. This is more slow, more nuanced, and it has some really impactful performances from all the lead actors. It even has a YouTuber featured on it who's one of my favorite YouTubers. As I mentioned earlier, I really enjoy watching van life videos on YouTube, and one of the leading channels in that area is called Cheap RV Living by Bob Wells, and he actually features as a real life character within the movie. So that was quite exciting to see, and it's one of the reasons why I love Nomadland, and it's my favorite movie of 2021 so far. Next up is TV shows. If you've been watching my YouTube channel, which I really hope you have, please hit that subscribe button. You might be knowing that I made a video about Mr. Robot, which is a show that I've really enjoyed this year. I'll leave the link to that video down below so you can check it out to know why exactly Mr. Robot was such a favorite show of mine. But along with that, I've also discovered Schitt's Creek, which is another favorite. I recently binged watched through the entire 6 seasons and I so loved the show. It's so funny and so relatable, and I'd recommend it to everyone to watch it if you haven't yet. Next up on my list is my favorite app, and the winner in this category is InShot. This is a video editing app which I've been using to edit my Instagram reels and also my YouTube videos. What I love about it is that it's so easy to use, so intuitive, and you can even get rid of the watermark without having to pay for it. It's super fast, there are no bugs in it, and it just works really well. So it saves me having to go and edit videos on my computer, and I can just do it all on my mobile, which makes things so convenient. So I love that, and if you haven't heard of InShot, you should definitely check it out for all your video editing needs. Moving on, I'm not much of a gamer, but I used to be when I was a kid, and when I was a teenager, I guess I had a lot of time back then. And since currently my job involves writing about games quite a bit, I do try and play some on and off. So I thought I'd include a category of my favorite mobile game. And in this category, the winner is Pocket Tanks. This is a really old-fashioned game which I used to play when I was a kid, so don't expect any amazing graphics or thrilling gameplay from this one. But I really love it just for its simplicity and how much fun it is, how addictive it is. Basically what it is, it's kind of like a combat game in which you can play against a computer or you can play with another player. And basically you have to keep attacking each other with weapons which are more fun than dangerous. And I think it's just such a great way to pass the time. When my cousin came over on Eid, we spent some time playing it, and it's really addictive and fun. Since I've had years of practice, I'm quite a pro and I can beat the computer at even the highest difficulty, so perhaps that has something to do with why I love it so much. Anyways, moving on, let's come to the final and my favorite category of this favorites video, and that is my favorite moments. So I've been fortunate enough and so grateful to have plenty of moments that are so special this year. And it started off in January itself when I went on a small trip with a friend to the Rann of Kutch in Gujarat. This is actually known for its white salt desert, and it's a place that I've been wanting to visit for years and years. And who knew that it would happen in the midst of a pandemic and we would get there and be safe and just have such a blast. I'll put in some footage and some pictures from there.
Qu'est-ce que je vais te nommer? Je vais te nommer l'amour, l'amour à la raison. L'amour et moi, nous sommes un, nous sommes un.
So as you can see, it's like a really picturesque place. It's surrounded by nature and it was just the best getaway in a long time. What's more is that just 2 months after the trip to Rann of Kutch, I got to go on another short trip to Udaipur, this time with co-workers. I had been to Udaipur 2 times before this already, but third time's a charm, I guess. We stayed at a really nice resort, and of course Udaipur is so beautiful. I'll put in some pictures here too. After that, some other favorite moments were of course dining out before the second wave of COVID hit. I got to go to some of my favorite cafes and hang out with my cousin and a couple of friends. Lastly, I've got to include Eid in this roundup of my favorite moments because my cousin came around, we met after quite a while and we dressed up, we clicked photos and we did the best that we could without going out or celebrating in any big way because COVID was really hitting hard when Eid came around. Anyways, I felt really blessed and happy that my family is safe and healthy and that we've got through this year till now. I hope you too have been having a good year and have been taking care of yourself. If you're still watching this, I'd like to thank you so much for sticking around and for supporting me. Do leave me a comment down below, sharing about your favorite things about this year if there are any. And if you've had a difficult time, I'm sure things will get better. Stay strong. Until next time, this is me signing off. Bye.